To Niger now, where supporters of the coup leaders have taken to the streets on the country's National Day. They're rallying against international pressure to reinstate the deposed president. 9 days after the military took power, supporters are marking 63 years since Niger gained independence from France. They're opposing moves by the West African regional bloc, ECOWAS, to try to reinstate President Mohamed Bazoum. The group has imposed sanctions and is considering sending in troops as a last resort. Coup leader Abdurrahman Tachani says he won't bow to pressure and is promising a peaceful transition to democratic elections.
Out
of a sense of duty and fear, the people of Niger are aware of the seriousness of the situation facing our country. We have always been humble enough to listen to all the parties concerned and open to dialogue, so that once everyone's emotions have subsided, we can work together to create the conditions for a peaceful transition, leading in a relatively short and reasonable time to general elections, but above all to a better approach in our fight against terrorism and the other economic and social ills that are undermining Niger's development.
Al Jazeera's Fadul Abdelrazak is in Niger's capital, Niamey. He filed this report before word that some of the country's borders have reopened.
Caution and tension in the capital, Niamey, after the West African regional bloc, ECOWAS, started to implement its decisions in regard to the military council here in Niger. The borders with Benin are closed. Scores of truck drivers are stranded in limbo as a result of the stiff sanctions imposed by Niger's regional and international partners after the military coup. The drivers cannot reach the port of Cotonou, which is vital for the economy of Niger and its exports. Nigeria also closed its borders. Niger's military council keeps stressing that they are currently waging a battle for the sake of the country's sovereignty, and this is why they thank the support they received from Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, who did not agree to implement the decisions made by the West African regional bloc. Meanwhile, Western nations, mainly France, started evacuating its citizens and other Europeans from Niger out of fear of what could happen to their nationals in the country days after the coup that toppled President Mohamed Bazoum.
Fadul Abdelrazak, Al Jazeera, Niamey.
Well, one of the officers behind the coup has been meeting members of Mali's military government in Bamako to increase security cooperation between the neighbours. Former Army Chief of Staff Salifou Modi says he met Mali's transitional president Assimi Goïta and several ministers. Mali and Burkina Faso, both led by military governments, support Niger's coup leaders. Defence ministers from ECOWAS have been meeting in Nigeria's capital to discuss their next steps. Charles Stratford is following developments from Dakar in Senegal.
And this is the second day of that meeting. We understand as they try to come together with some sort of plan on how to deal with this crisis. We've already said that ECOWAS has not put out of the question, potentially as a last resort, military intervention. But that, of course, is trying to be avoided. We understand that once this meeting is over, then proposals from those defence ministers will be taken to their respective leaders and governments in their countries before an agreed action is taken. We have heard, though, already from the Senegalese government that they say that they would be willing to put forward troops to participate in any ECOWAS action inside Niger. And of course, international pressure has also been building up on Niger. We've seen sanctions imposed by the EU, by France. ECOWAS itself has frozen all of Niger's assets in the regional bank and stopped all transactions in dealing with the country. So despite there being seemingly these diplomatic efforts, we also know that there has been an ECOWAS delegation sent to Niger in the last 24 hours or so. So there are diplomatic efforts ongoing, and all eyes are on Abuja.